What's up, everyone? Dakota Clayball here. And as you can tell, I'm wearing Bayern Munich clothing. That means we're talking about their 3-0 win over Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga. Now, stop looking at that scoreline. Knock it out of your head. That wasn't a comfortable Bayern win. Werder Bremen exposed something today. They pressed, they disrupted Joshua Kimmich, they created real momentum in front of Bayern's goal. But there was one fatal mistake. They couldn't finish. And when you fail in front of goal against Bayern, Kane makes you pay. Let's break this down properly, guys. Again, this is Dakota Clayball. For the first 15 to 20 minutes, this did not look like Bayern Munich's typical control of a game. Bremen pressed high. They didn't sit actually in a mid-block that most teams in the lower half tend to do. They stepped into pressing lanes. They triggered pressure the moment Joshua Kimmich received the ball. And here's the thing. It actually worked. Kimmich lost more possession than we're used to. It might have to do something with his nagging injury that he picked up last November. Maybe he's also being worked too much. His first touch, however, was rushed. Passing lanes were cut off, and Bayern's build-up stalled, partially because of him. There were real moments when fans of Bayern felt real discomfort. And that's important, because this wasn't random acts. It was a structured pressure. Bremen had a plan. And in phases, it succeeded. But here's where the pattern really repeats. Bremen can build up. They can do all that needs to get in front of goal. They just can't finish. They entered the attacking third with numbers. They forced transitional moments. They created half chances. But then the touch was heavy. The shot was rushed. And the pass was slightly behind the runner. And this isn't a one-match issue. This has been their season thus far. Now, they generate moments, however, they don't convert them. And against Bayern, inefficiency is fatal because you don't get 5 attempts, you get 1. And they did have one that was good, but Jonas Erbig was there to make the save. Now, I'm going to say something that most people don't say out loud. Bremen didn't lose this game because they were inferior. They lost because they hesitated. There were at least 2 moments where decision is immediate. And if the striker is taking a half second earlier to score a goal or attempt a goal, this changes the game. But against elite teams, hesitation equals punishment. And that's where the difference showed. Not in possession, not in territory, in decisiveness. While Bremen were pushing, Min-jae was immense. This was probably his best game that he's had with Bayern. He didn't need to make last-ditch tackles. He prevented danger before it started. He stepped into lanes early. He cut off runs before they become clean looks. That was elite anticipation. And this is after UPA just signed till 2030, which maybe we'll make another video about that. But here's the thing. Without Min-jae today, those Bremen attempts become serious shots on goal. He stabilized Bayern Munich's midfield when they were unsettled. And that's the championship defending that was needed in this game to make sure we won. But let's get down to the number one reason why we won. And it's because Kane, Hurricane, whatever you want to call him, he's a goal scorer. And in this game, he scored twice. The penalty, he's automatic. As I said, 23 for 23 in the Bundesliga. But the second goal showed real composure. However, that wasn't the thing that impressed me the most. What impressed me the most was his 2 absolute dime precision balls. He had passes that just went to he had 2 attempts one to Serge Gnabry, right on a dime, like I said, and Luis Díaz. It was like it was on a rope. Unfortunately, they didn't put him away, but they were perfectly weighted, played early, and before Bremen could reset defensively, he made it happen. That's not just striker finishing plays. That's a forward orchestrating the final third. And that's what Harry Kane does. When Kimmich was under pressure, Kane dropped deeper. He became the progressive outlet. He shifted from finisher to facilitator. Unfortunately, he didn't get the assist because the goals didn't happen. But this versatility is what makes it so difficult to destabilize Bayern Munich. Because even when one player is off, another steps up. Elite solutions happen at Bayern Munich. So here's the truth though. Werder Bremen showed courage. They pressed intelligently. They disrupted Bayern's rhythm. They created momentum windows. But football at this level isn't about momentum. It's about key moments. It didn't happen. And with Bayern Munich, we had decisive moments and Harry Kane took it. That's why Bayern Munich continue to win these matches. Elite players coming up in key moments. Not because of domination in every game and every moment, but because of they punished hesitation by the other team. And in elite football, that's everything. Hesitation kills your game. Anyways, folks, Mia san Mia. See you next week as Bayern Munich take on Eintracht Frankfurt at the Allianz Arena. Now, remember, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, your needs are the point. You can find me at Dakota Sells FL on all social medias. Have a great day. Take care. Tschüss.